everybody, and welcome to another exciting installment of 5 Questions with a Wrestling Rampage. The three amigos are back, baby!
We're back with this edition of 5 Questions with WWF. That's when we answer your guys' questions that you guys send in. Send in questions like crazy, as always, trying to keep up, guys. Make sure if you guys want to ask a question, the best way, and the only way to do that, is in the comment section down below. Because if you send it on any other platform, it's going to get lost.
Yeah, it's going to get lost in the shuffle there.
Because we get a lot of messages, we get a lot of emails, we get a lot of fucking shit. Just a bunch of shit.
Yeah, someone being a goof and sending me AEW school or some shit.
Did you block that?
In other words,
I blocked that goof.
Yeah, okay.
In other words,
I put him on blast to show him
comments.
how famous he was.
on Instagram or Facebook, he'll get lost in the shuffle. Send it in the comment below.
So make sure you guys do that.
Or we won't get it. What the hell are you doing? Don't mess with the hair. Leave it where it's at.
He has that little hair on the front that he just kind of weirds back trying to come.
Damn right.
Trying to come over that fucking bald spot, eh?
Trying to do that, but you know, the bald spots with the head moving.
Anyway, let's go and get started. All 5 questions. All 5 questions are asked by the same person, Jason.
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 His first question
is it?
No, it's not Voorhees. Oh. Unless he's a fan.
He came through the Everglades.
Was Barry Windham misused in the WWE?
Well, he did show up in 91 as the Widowmaker. I think it was 90 or 91.
It was one or two, yeah.
Yeah, he showed up as the Widowmaker, Barry Windham. And
didn't go nowhere, though.
Didn't last very long, and then he went right back to WCW. And then he showed up in 96. Yeah, 96 as the Stalker. Why the fuck give Barry Windham the Stalker? Is it because he fucking hunts deer, or fucking Vince saw him and say, "Hey, you're a good fucking hunter."
Hey, grab that lizard and go slim picking.
Vince, grab the fucking lizard, and I want you to throw the motherfucker.
It's a slim pickings.
That'll be good on the fucking vignette. And make sure you have that fucking colory face too.
Oh, yeah.
And shave the goddamn mustache.
Yeah, shave the goddamn mustache.
Fucking, I didn't like him as the fucking Stalker.
Yeah.
And when he was kind of out of shape at that time.
Well, I mean, that was also something that plagued his career from that time.
Yeah.
It's like he just kept getting bigger and just less athletic.
Yeah, as he used to be. Hell, when he showed up as the new Blackjacks, he was out of shape. And when he came to WCW, he was a member of the West Texas Rednecks. He was like, Barry Windham's still working. But here's the thing, he's out of shape there, too. What do you think? What do you think? Why it was either Kurt Hennig or Bobby Duncombe teaming up, or fucking Kendall Windham and Curly Bill,
or when he did wrestle, he always wrestled in like a shirt.
Yeah, he wrestled in a fucking tank top and blue jeans. Yeah, because he was completely out of shape, or he was wearing a Rap His Crap shirt.
Yeah, I mean the Stalker gimmick was goofy, stupid.
Yeah, it was fucking
good. Then you had him as the new Blackjacks with Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Because
that won't go nowhere.
I mean, just because his dad was Blackjack Mulligan and he was the original Blackjacks, they thought, oh, well, we'll just have him with Bradshaw. Well, they'll have handlebar mustache. We'll call them the new Blackjacks. Yeah. Anything new sucks.
Yeah, you know they ain't getting over. Look at the new Rockers. Look at the fucking new Midnight Express.
Nothing new gets over.
Yeah.
I mean, he was there for that NWA kind of crossover angle, but
that was shitty.
You know, that wasn't that good either. So yeah, I mean, he was misused in WWE, but I mean, what else was there?
Yeah, and he was older.
Yeah. Pops Barry Windham in WWE.
You know, I always liked Barry Windham. You know, he was in his younger days when in NWA, there was none better in the ring. But you know, age creeps us on us, and he just couldn't do it anymore. Personally, I don't think he could do it anymore because you know, as Tommy says, he's out of shape, overweight. Of course, I am too, but that's aside the point. I'm not a wrestler. But even when he come in there, I didn't expect much from him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, I mean, he was a homegrown NWA star.
Yeah.
And
we all know that WWE don't much to cater to people from other organizations. As we go in pretty, we already figured that one out and seen it happen, so it really doesn't matter.
No doubt. Let's go with the next question. Do you think Ron Simmons was misused in WWE?
No.
I actually don't think he was.
No, I don't either.
Now his debut.
His debut was the fucking shits.
Yeah.
He comes in as fucking Spartacus. But he looked like fucking Mega Man. With that goddamn fucking helmet on.
He was the gladiator.
He looked like fucking Mega Man to me with that fucking helmet on.
He was the gladiator.
He's Mega Man.
Do you have the sword?
With a blue helmet.
He looked like goddamn Mega Man with that goddamn helmet on, okay? And Ron Simmons, fucking a tough guy, fucking good worker. You can give him fucking Spartacus.
A badass.
And you give him fucking Spartacus? What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And then it didn't go no better when he had to feud with Ahmed Johnson.
Oh,
you know that ain't going nowhere.
Great googly moogly.
Oh God, you know, and that was a good feud, but goddamn, Ron Simmons did the best he could with what he had with fucking Ahmed.
You know, he was first brought. You know, I mean, he already won the WCW championship at WCW.
Yeah.
And pretty much established that he was the top guy in WCW, and then he gets the shot to go to the WWF, and they make him for Farouk Assad.
Yeah.
And,
which was stupid.
And have the blue helmet and the fucking gladiator gimmick, and I'm put him with Sonny. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. And by the way, he really didn't need Sonny.
Yeah, he didn't need Sonny. He could have a good fucking promo.
Yeah, Ron Simmons could cut a good promo.
Well, decently, a decent promo at least.
Yeah.
And fucking
Was it a great promo?
Then he got over with the Nation of Domination. That's where he was real good there.
That's where he shined.
Yeah.
Was with the Nation of Domination.
Clarence Mason sucked, but
what did he say?
the answer is.
The answer is.
The answer is the Nation.
The Nation.
And I'm sorry, Clarence Mason sucked. He always will suck.
Yeah.
He was fucking a waste of fucking space, in my opinion.
Did you like him as Mr. Biggs?
Didn't like him as Mr. Biggs either when he's with Pudgy Johnson. And, Pudgy Johnson and Stevie Ray. Remember, he was Big T. And they took Booker T's name, called him Booker, and gave T the Tom Ed. You might as well call him Donuts. Because that motherfucker looked like he wolfed down quite a bit.
Old Ahmed Johnson in WCW.
Fat Johnson.
Fat Johnson.
P-H-A-T.
P-H-A-T.
Because he was horrible shape at fucking WCW. My God.
Oh, yeah.
And then fucking Farouk, you know, he got that Nation of Domination gimmick over. He had Crush and Savio Vega. And he got better once he had The Rock and D'Lo and Mark Henry.
Yeah.
Because Crush and Savio, Crush is good, but Savio's not that stellar.
He was a decent worker.
He's decent, but that's about it.
Yeah, but that's all you had with
But then he had PG-13 as the rapping duo. And
now, we'll say this, the USWA branch.
Oh, USWA nation. I don't think Farouk commended on some of the people to be in the nation. In that nation.
Yeah, fucking PG-13 walk out there on USWA television. If you guys ever watch USWA television.
In 97, I don't think Farouk commended on some of these people to be in the nation.
Yeah, we talked to Farouk.
We talked Farouk. Yeah. We're bringing, you formerly know him as Sir Mo, but now he's Muhammad or what the fuck. Like, this fat motherfucker?
You mean Mo?
You mean Mo? What the fuck, Mo? I don't think Farouk wanted Mo in the goddamn nation.
Reggie B. Fine.
And then here goes Reggie B. Fine. His name is Reginald. Or
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't think he wanted Reggie B. Fine, even though he's low budget. I don't think he wanted him in the goddamn group. And then fucking who else? They had her fucking Randy Hells. He was fucking what? Randy X?
Yeah, Randy X.
I don't think Farouk wanted Randy Hells, Mr. Country Boy, and fucking the nation. You know, I don't think unless Jacqueline was okay.
Yeah, Jacqueline was okay. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if Farouk signed off on the USWA branch.
Yeah, I don't think he signed off on that. He's probably like, God damn, this is the worst nation. I thought I had shitty ones with Crush and Savio and and fucking the hacks that don't do anything.
No,
Clarence Mason.
I can tell you just about what Ron Simmons did. He went to Vince and said, "Were we really doing this shit?"
But then Farouk, and then he was part of the APA with Bradshaw, which was a great team.
Well, the Acolytes at first.
Yeah, Acolytes.
With the what is it, the Ministry.
Yeah.
That was a good team.
Yeah. Then they actually become real badasses when they become the APA, where they're on the back.
Which were really good there. And then Ron Simmons and Bradshaw split up when that draft, and Ron went to SmackDown, did a few things. And then,
didn't he team with Devon at some point?
Yeah, one time, yeah.
That didn't last long.
No, and then after that, he was just the damn guy.
Yeah.
In 2007, with the damn shirt on.
Yeah.
And black jeans.
Yeah, walk up behind.
Which
somebody.
I enjoyed that too.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Walk up. He'd walk up to somebody, look at it, and say, "Damn."
I think Ron was pretty good used in
the way he
WWE.
was.
Yeah. I think maybe he could have had at least a couple other title runs, maybe like the Intercontinental Championship run or something.
Which he had a few Intercontinental titles when he broke off with the Nation with the Rock, but of course he didn't win them. But.
Yeah. Ron Simmons pops.
Oh, well, Ron Simmons. I thought it was a stupid gimmick. They gave him Spartacus. Sonny was his manager. Of course, we could all talk about Sonny. Shawn Michaels had a lot of sunny days. But
so did Brett, apparently.
And so did Brett. Apparently, it goes that way. But the only time that he really shined was in the Nation of Domination, in my opinion.
What about the APA?
And that right there, well, that was the big breakout for him. He shined in the Nation of Domination, but then the real breakout was when he was with the Bradshaw, and that right there, those two motherfuckers go in the ring. What, 5 minutes is over? 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes.
Beat the shit out of motherfuckers.
Yeah. Public Enemy.
Oh yeah, Public Enemy. They beat the dog shit out of Public Enemy. And we're not talking about fucking a working way. Now they beat the dog shit out of him.
Beat the dog shit out of him. It was no work. They beat the fuck out of him.
Why do you think WWE never brought Konnan in after WCW went under?
Shit.
I never brought Orale?
Orale! Oliva Malassa!
Fuck Konnan.
He's bowdy, and rowdy.
He's shitty and shitty.
He's shitty and shitty.
I think Konnan didn't deserve to be in the WWE.
You think so?
No, he wasn't that stellar to me. I didn't see. I'm going to say this right fucking now. Remember they were calling him the biggest Mexican superstar?
Yeah.
I did not see it.
You didn't see it?
Not at all. All I saw was a fucking hairy chest fuck. That's all I saw.
Hairy chest fuck.
I'm sorry. I don't think Konnan was talented.
Say what you mean to me.
I'm saying right now, I don't think Konnan was talented at all.
You didn't think so?
No.
I thought he was decent. And I just mean decent in the ring. Anything else?
No, I don't even think he was fucking decent.
I never said I was gonna make him fucking world champ.
Well, I'm just telling you, he wasn't decent to me.
I didn't say I was gonna make him world champ.
He comes out, do this goddamn shitty, crappy dance, then grab his fucking junk, and fucking do the same spiel, Orale, Libre La Raza. This fucking Dick Town is rowdy, and then he gets in the ring and he sucks. Typical Konnan.
Typical Konnan.
Remember he called WWF, hey, this is K-Dog. Like they're gonna fucking know who that is. This is Konnan. Well, they're gonna fucking know who that is.
I think he called them and said, hey, this is Carlos, and they're like, Carlos? Who the fuck is Carlos? And then until later they found out it was Konnan.
Yeah.
Wasn't he supposed to be Max Moon?
Yeah, he was Max Moon for a stint, and then they gave it to Paul Diamond, which was better in my opinion. I've never been a Konnan fan. To me, he was the weakest one in the Wolfpack. He was weaker than Luger.
I'll take Luger over Konnan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was the weakest one in that Wolfpack.
And I'm not a big Lex Luger fan at all.
Yeah.
Hell, he's the weakest one in that Wolfpack. In Black and White, he was lucky. It was Vincent that was last.
Wasn't he part of the Dungeon of Doom?
Yeah, he was part of the Dungeon of Doom at one fucking time, and fucking goddamn, and fucking Like, I'm sorry, and then he was fucking teaming with fucking. Then he was part of the Filthy Animals. To me, he was the weakest one in the Filthy Animals. You know, fucking Hoovy was better than he was. He was pretty. Well, Disco's at the bottom of the barrel.
Disco was bottom of the barrel.
And Connan's close 10th or whatever the fuck it was, and how many fucking Filthy Animal members there were.
I'll take Tori Wilson over goddamn fucking Disco and Konnan.
Yeah, you damn right. I'll take her all day long. Fucking Rey Mysterio was good. Kidman was good in the group. Eddie was good in the group one time. And but fucking Konnan, I didn't see nothing. I'm sorry. People say he was the best Mexican wrestler. But in Mexican history, I don't fucking see it.
You don't see it.
I don't see it.
Now,
Mascaras is better than fucking Konnan.
Now, I will. We will classify this. We didn't watch much of his Mexican run in AAA, but from what I've seen in like WCW, I just wasn't a fan.
No, I didn't see anything there.
I'll have to agree with you. I mean, I don't hate him as much as you do, apparently. But I will say this. I thought he was a decent wrestler, but a decent wrestler only gets you so far.
Yeah.
And then in TNA, he was part of 3 Live Crew. He's the weakest one in that, too.
Would you take the suntan Superman?
You damn right. I'll take R-Truth, too. He's better.
That's sad. You don't even like R-Truth.
You know, don't even like it. Now he's a comedy guy.
Yeah.
Don't like him either.
Yeah. Konnan. Pops Konnan.
Well, you know, he was what he was. Right there, way, you know, he's decent inside the ring, you know. But he'd come in and do his little spiel that he did, you know, and everything. But you know, I always look at this right here. You know, you see these, you see somebody like Konnan. You see these rappers out there shaking their junk and shit like that. I've been shaking my junk way before these motherfuckers even thought about shaking it. It ain't never made me no fucking money.
It never made you any dough.
It never made me no fucking money. And I'll shake it before these heads were even poking out of their mom's pussy. So there you go.
Konnan, I thought was a decent wrestler, but I didn't see the. Do you think he's one of the best Mexican stars?
I can't say because I've never seen him wrestle in Mexico.
No.
I will not say.
I'm gonna have to agree with Tommy that I just never seen him as a top guy ever.
I don't. I never seen. People say he was one of the biggest Mexican stars. Where? Because I don't see it.
Yeah.
If he's doing what he's doing in WCW here in the States, I definitely don't see it.
But I you know I didn't see it in WCW. But like I said, I never seen his clips from Mexico either. So I don't know.
Let's go with the next question. All right, guys. Hakushi was a great wrestler. But why wasn't he better used in WWE? This is asked by, all these questions are asked by Jason. Hakushi.
Well, Jason, yeah, Hakushi was a great wrestler. You know why he didn't get, what did he say, get over?
Well, he was a great wrestler, but why wasn't he better used in WWE?
He was a great wrestler. You know why he wasn't better used? The language barrier.
All right. Let's just be honest here. And this is what AEW doesn't see.
Yeah.
The American audience, which is what mostly watches wrestling, or in the major markets. Besides, I mean, there's always that, that percentage that watches everything, of course.
Yeah.
But in major markets, they're not going to cheer for Japanese wrestlers. And it isn't necessarily a racist thing. It's more of a, most, like Hakushi couldn't cut a promo, especially in America.
Yeah.
In English. Yeah, he was a great wrestler.
As great as he was. It was the language barrier because if you see the shit in Japan, that's the language there. Mm-hmm. But he couldn't do it here.
Yeah, it didn't fit over here.
No.
And of course, he had a different style than a lot of people, which is probably what made him, get noticed with WWE, which is always cool. But Name a real big Japanese star, especially in America.
Mm-hmm.
Very few.
I think maybe you can count them on one hand.
You could say Muda. Yeah, you could say Jushin Thunder Liger. But were they mega Japanese, Japanese stars in America? No.
They were back home.
And some people will say Shinsuke Nakamura.
And some people would say even nowadays, Shinsuke Nakamura. Fantastic wrestler. But he can't speak the language.
Yeah, he can't cut a good promo.
And that is a disenfranchise with a lot of people in the U.S. because, I don't speak Japanese myself, but I always liked some of the Japanese wrestling. And I liked Hakushi. I thought he was damn good.
Yeah.
But it doesn't translate well for an American audience.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why.
Yeah.
Especially was in the new generation era, for crying out loud.
Yeah, you know it damn sure ain't going nowhere.
The new generation era was the shits.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It was a double whammy.
Yeah.
Especially when you're from a foreign country, you got fucking shit on you, and ass wiped on and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it was.
And I'm not saying that it's right, or I'm not saying that that was like a racist thing. It's the absolute truth, because you also got to realize there was a lot of rednecks to watch wrestling.
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. We, the rednecks is also what got the president in too. So
45.
Yeah, number 45. The rednecks put him in, and also the religious people too. But we won't talk about that. Okay, but we have watched all types of wrestling. It don't matter to us, and we can't speak Japanese either. But I think Joe is right. I don't think it's racist. I think it's just like
it's a culture clash.
Yeah, because when the Japanese wrestlers, they in a lot of did even the American guys that went over there, that they learned how they wrestled over there, and they
Well, so you got to realize this too. That's why a lot of the big guys went over in Japan and got big.
Yeah.
Like Bruiser Brody, they never seen anybody over there like that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Vader,
Dr. Destiny Williams,
No.
they never seen these motherfuckers before. These fucking big behemoth motherfuckers that beat the shit out of each other. They don't see this shit.
Stan Hansen.
Stan Hansen beat on motherfuckers all day long.
They never seen people like that, so they always got big numbers in Japan because the Japan audience never seen guys like these before.
Yeah.
It's a culture clash thing.
Yeah. Just like just like them coming over here. I always liked the Japanese wrestling.
I will say this. I guess more people that were Americans that went over in Japan got more publicity and got more over than people that came from Japan to the U.S.
Yes. Oh, yes, they did. They did. Yeah.
I guess, and I would also guess it's more of a Japanese, more I wouldn't say giving, but more up for change coming to something where Americans, and speak for themselves, but Americans are more stuck in their ways, which is not a good thing.
Yeah,
it is.
It's not a good thing because some of their ways absolutely sucks.
But he did have a great match with Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yep.
If you guys ever remember, was that in your house?
Yep.
Yeah. Hakushi.
I agree with everything you said about Hakushi.
I agree.
It's just different. Yeah. Different time.
Great wrestler.
Bad timing was a big issue, and culture clashes.
Yep.
But I will say this right here: none better in the ring.
Let's go and go with the last question asked by Jason here. If Abyss came to WWE, do you think he would have been used right? Well, this is the thing. Even Abyss said that, I believe in 2006, WWE contacted him about coming to the WWE and developmental and working his way through, and he turned it down.
Yeah.
And we do know that right now, Abyss is a WWE producer.
Yes.
He actually works with WWE now anyway, and he works in backstage as Chris Parks, his real name. This is the thing. 06 was not a good time to come to the WWE.
Yeah.
06 was a transitional period, big time. And a lot of weird gimmicks came about, especially in in those years from like 2005 till about 2000 and maybe nine or so.
A lot of weird ass gimmicks. I mean,
there were
just insane in my opinion.
Yeah, there were a lot of weird stuff. Viscera humping people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You've had
Kazarni,
Heartthrobs, or Heartbreakers. I don't know. I forgot what their fucking name was.
the Highlanders,
the
the Spirit Squad.
Paul Burchill coming in on a fucking rope. The fucking pirate.
The Dicks.
The Dicks.
The Dirty Dicks.
The Imposter Kane.
Yep.
You had
Spirit Squad.
You had so much,
Scotty Goldman.
You had so much shit at one time. Just so much shit at one time coming in there.
So, for him to come to WWE, I'm not sure if they would have used the Abyss gimmick or not. But, don't get me wrong, the only time I really didn't like Abyss was when he was with Hogan.
Yep, me too.
That's the worst Abyss ever. But, I'm not sure if they would have used him as that gimmick or if they would have changed him up. But either way, during those first, during that at least 4 or 5 year span, they were cranking out motherfuckers left and right, and a lot of this stuff was garbage.
Yeah.
And I don't think maybe he would have fit into that. I'm not sure if he could have got over to an extent to get over.
I don't think he could have.
Muhammad Hassan. I forgot about Muhammad Hassan.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if he would have been well treated good in the back because of his, strong TNA stink that was on him at the time.
Yeah.
I think he chose his right choice. I'll be honest with you, because I don't think they would have used him correctly at all. Either he was Abyss or if he was somebody else, for that matter. I think he chose the right thing to stay in TNA at the time. Now, granted, in a few years after that, his career went downhill a little bit, but that happens.
Yeah.
Abyss.
Well, I don't think he would have fit in WWE at that time.
Yeah.
He would. Because they were giving away shitty gimmicks.
I think the only person he could have really had at least a decent program with probably would have been Kane, maybe.
Or Undertaker.
But other than that, who else?
Yeah, who else? And fucking when he was in TNA, he was the Monster Abyss, He had James Mitchell as a manager, and that was all well and good. And
do you think WWE's going to bring James Mitchell in?
Oh, no. I'm just saying, it was all well and good in TNA.
No, they wouldn't have brought him in.
He had a real good spot in TNA. Why would he go to WWE and might not get that same spot that he had in TNA? And he had good matches. Yeah, a lot of them were the barbed wire and shit like that, but that was what he liked. And he put on good matches like that. But once he went with Hogan, that was done for that. That was the worst fucking Abyss. That and fucking later years Abyss. Where he's fucking part of that goddamn carnival bullshit. And fucking,
Crazy Steve.
Yeah,
okay.
and that dumb shit like that. And then he was fucking Joseph Parks. Fucking, I thought that was fucking stupid.
That was stupid.
And fucking dumb shit like that. And fucking, I thought that was complete garbage. All that was complete garbage. But then look at him now. Now he's producer for WWE. He kind of got the job, but now he's just, he should have retired anyway, Yeah. He put in a lot of time in TNA. And your body can only so much what you do, especially with that hardcore shit that fucking Abyss did.
Yeah.
Your body can only hold it for so much.
And like going back and thinking about it, you know, Abyss ranks up there as probably one of my more favorite TNA guys. Over the lifetime of TNA.
Yeah.
He at least ranks as you know in the top 5.
Yeah.
So, Pops.
Well, I kind of, you know, I kind of look at Abyss kind of like an Undertaker because he stayed. It didn't matter what they had him do; he stayed anyway. And yeah, he got the chance to go to WWE. But I guess he sat down and decided and you know wrote things down about the pros and cons if he did leave or he stayed. And I think he made the right decision. He stayed and he just worked through it, and then now he's actually got a job there, and he's actually doing a good job, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I think to me I think he did the right thing. I think it was worth the wait.
It was worth the wait.
It was worth the wait.
Yeah, I mean, knowing that, and you know, this is a guy for that's a producer now for WWE. Be like, you know, what can I do to stand out differently than other people? That's a person you can learn from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's cool that like WWE didn't really just completely shit on him.
Yeah.
As far as you know, this guy's in TNA. You know, what did he ever really do? And you know, in the grand scheme of things, he done a lot.
Yeah.
And he actually kept TNA afloat for a big portion of their fucking.
And he did do a lot of things backstage for TNA too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, he did look for talent, although it was few and far between. But he did the best he could. I mean, how in the hell can you have one guy to try to save a sinking ship?
Yeah,
you can't do it.
No doubt. But guys, that's it. That's it for this edition of 5 Questions. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it all over social media. You can add us on Facebook, add Pops on Facebook, as well as like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. Pops is always on there talking about the fake news, the real fake news, huh?
Yeah, you know, a lot of people call fake news. Fake news is Fox is the fakest news I've ever seen. Even a person that worked for Fox News fired her own self for writing something so stupid.
And guys, make sure that you guys also follow us on Twitter at WrestleRampage. You guys follow me and Tommy on Instagram.
That's right.
And make sure you guys hit that subscribe button for more great videos coming to you guys, because we are that cream that rises to the top.
Cream of the crop.
And nobody does it better.